What's up, family? We are in week 1. Take 1, week 1. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to jump right in to week 1. We are, why the wilderness? What is your obsession with the wilderness, Chari? Because we need the wilderness. The wilderness, we need it. We need it to mold us. Jesus, there's a story in Luke, which we're going to talk about today, where Jesus actually is led of the Holy Spirit. He's full of the Holy Spirit because he was baptized with the Holy Spirit. It had just happened. He had been baptized, and the Holy Spirit then leads him into the wilderness, and then he walks out in the power of the Holy Spirit. Guys, we need the Holy Spirit, and we need the wilderness to activate the power of the Holy Spirit within us. So that's why the wilderness. But I want to tell you a story. Okay, you ready? Story time with Chari. I'm going to put some music under this. Starting. Okay, so we were moving out of a house, and I live in a place where there's a lot of woods. I'm on the water. There's lots of bugs, and I don't like spiders. Anyone that knows me knows I do not like spiders. Like, I have jumped out of a moving car because there was a spider in the car, like that type of thing. And also, I just want to say I recently killed a spider, so I've really come a long way. Point of the story is, I hate spiders, and where I live in Florida, they have these type of spiders that if you kill them, they disperse all their babies out because they're the devil. And it's horrible, and it's frightening, and they're gigantic, and it's just the grossest thing in the world. Anyways, I went in the bathroom one day. My husband was in the shower on the other side of the house, so I was like, I'll use this restroom. So I go to the restroom, and guess what there is? A gigantor spider. Gigantic, just staring at me. And these jokers like rise up at you, and they're like, what's up, bro? Let's go. And because I've killed a number of these spiders, and when I say I mean other people, has killed a number of these spiders, and I've watched them eject all their crazy babies everywhere, I went and I did what anyone did, and instead of getting Raid, I got Tilex and Clorox foam. I just got all the cleaning supplies in my house that could murder it from under the bathroom. And so I thought, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. You know that foam that you put in your bathrooms when you clean it? And yeah, it's supposed to like stay. So I was like, I'll do the foam. The thing's not going to be, I'm going to kill it with the foam. And so I began to spray this joker. I mean, my entire bathroom tile floor was filled with foam, and she did not die. Her babies died when she dispersed them, but she did not. She actually ran at me. It was like the most terrifying situation I've ever been in. But because I had fought spiders before, I knew what this joker was going to do. I ended up going to get my husband out of his shower, covered in shampoo, to come kill it. But the point is, I went into that situation knowing the enemy I was against. And I knew what she was going to do, and she did it. I just didn't know she was going to stay alive and come at me. It was a completely different situation, but I'll know better next time. Today, we're talking about Jesus walking in the wilderness and how the enemy attacks him. Okay, the enemy attacked him in 3 ways. And so the reason I told you that story about the spider is because I think the enemy attacks us always in the same 3 ways. He attacks our hunger, he attacks our significance, and he attacks our provision. So just like me in the spider situation, you should know what you're walking into. So if you're in the wilderness season, I want you to go ahead and know he's going to try to attack what fills you up. He's going to try to attack what gives you your identity, which should be the Lord. And he's going to attack what you trust, what your provision is. I wrote down somewhere, hopefully I don't get this wrong, that the world worships what provides. But in the kingdom, we worship who provides. And so if the enemy can jack that up and mess that up, he'll do that. And he tried to do that with Jesus. And Jesus, like a true gangster, was like, not today, Satan. And so today, what I want you to do as you answer your questions, as you read this, I want you to understand that the wilderness is meant to mold you and to fill you up so that you can walk out in the power of the Holy Spirit. But just so you know, when you're in the wilderness, when he attacks you in these 3 ways, you already know it's coming. I'm giving you, the Bible's giving you, like, what is it, like a pop quiz a little bit? Like, it's going, hey, if you knew this was coming, you'd act real different. You'd be walking around with that foam stuff Honestly, I'm walking around with a lot more intense cleaning supplies at this point in case a spider comes back, because now I know. But guys, if you already know how the enemy's going to attack you, you can then fill yourself up so you won't be hungry with the word, with his presence. You can root yourself in the Lord so that your significance and your identity isn't jacked. And you can learn how to trust him in a way that is so rock solid that it doesn't matter if you have money, if you don't have money, if you have a job, if you don't have a job, all the things that this world gives us, that we focus on our provision, that we know that God is the one who provides. He's the one that moves things forward. He's the one that opens doors. And that's what I want you to understand. Now, if you get an understanding of this, like a really true rooted understanding of why the wilderness and how the enemy attacks you, what happens is, again, I've said this probably 4 times already, you walk out in the power of the Holy Spirit. And so that's what you're going to walk out with this week. So this week, I want you to understand that. I want you to focus on walking with understanding. Because if you can walk with that understanding of, I already know how the enemy's going to attack me, and I'm going to stay filled up, stay rooted in him, trust in him, you'll walk out in the power of the Holy Spirit. And that's what I need you to walk out in, because there's people in your circle that I can't reach. There's your family. There's so many people in this world that are desperately in need of the love of God. And not religion, but Jesus. Not rules, but relationship. And you get to be that for people. Yeah. So let's walk out this week in power. Let's walk out this week with a true understanding of why the wilderness and why God is allowing us and leading us through these seasons. Because if you do, there is a power that is activated in you to do amazing, miraculous, exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or imagine type of things. And the world needs you.